Hi, Summer Mingo. I promised you guys a update to the Sugar Detox that I did last week, and I'm proud and happy to report that I'm on day 8. I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this for another week or two and may incorporate this change into my life. And it's more so because of the way I've felt this past week. I have bursitis in both my hips and also a bum shoulder. So this entire week has been amazing because I have not felt any pain whatsoever. And the only thing that has changed has been completely cutting sugar out of my diet. I'm so excited about that. I can't even tell you. And if you have something that bothers you, you know what I mean. So the other thing that was kind of crazy to me was the amount of energy that I had. I thought for sure I was going to be grumpy and crave things all the time and be hungry, and none of those things happened. I wasn't grumpy. I had more energy and I didn't crave anything, to be quite honest. There was one day that my husband actually had Popeye's chicken and red beans and rice in front of me, and I had my grilled chicken and asparagus, and I was fine. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. But I think a lot of that had to do with the consistency and timing of my meals. I wasn't great at it all the time, but when I was, it definitely did help out in keeping me from getting to that point where I overeat or eat emotionally or absently eat. And you know what I mean, like sitting in front of a TV and just, shoveling it in. So really this past week has been a success in that regard. So I know you've all been waiting for the weight loss in inches. I ended up losing 1 pound last week. I only have 8 pounds to go now, so that's a lot for me. And previously I had been losing about half a pound a week, so that was a lot. I lost 1.5 inches. It was half an inch off my chest, and half an inch off each one of my thighs. And just like I said, the main thing for me was the energy and basically pain relief. It felt like I was healing myself from the inside out. So I'm going to keep going. I do want to give you guys a little bit of background on just clean eating in general. My family, Rich and I, decided to try this in November. Start cutting things that we knew were bad for us out of our diet. It hasn't been this perfect this whole time. There were little things and little changes that we made along the way. When we first started, we were eating, processed cheese like Velveeta, Hamburger Helper. We were eating frozen meals like Lean Cuisines, just and it's not to say that those are really bad foods. It's just there was a better way to feed ourselves. So we realized that, and we cut all of those things out of our diet immediately. And then January of this past year, I found out that I had an insulin issue. So I personally cut out bread, pasta, sweets, rice, even some fruit. And that kind of cleaned up my diet a little bit more. So it's like building blocks. You can't just do it all at once. And that becomes a really daunting task. And you get stuck. You don't want to live like that. So I just say, if you want to start eating a little bit cleaner, the foods that are not good for you and the ones that are. Just try and cut a little bit out, each month. It doesn't even have to be each week. Say, instead of this, I'm going to try and cook this, or I'm going to try this vegetable out. It doesn't have to be whole hog right from the because that's not the case for me. This exercise this past week has just shown me that I can take it a little bit further, but I had those building blocks already in place to be able to do that. So if you need help from me or with any other information, or where to start, some recipes, some websites that I frequent a lot. I'd be more than happy to share those with you. The experience has been wonderful this past week. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I hope to have some other things available for you guys soon. Hope you had a good day.